Hey guys, I wanted to explain today just I guess my journey as a dancer and as an artist and just what I went through um to get to where I'm at now. So back I was a kid. I don't remember how old I was exactly, but I was a kid and I used to say, I can't dance, you know, can't dance, can't dance, I can't dance. And I believed that for a very long time. Um, Even when I got to the point where I was learning stuff on dance choreographies on Comcast on demand, um, on TV, and heck, I even created my own choreography when I was a kid. It was it's a simple one, very simple. But I practiced that so much. But I was terrified, you know? Terrified to let anyone see it. Not even my parents knew. Not even my parents knew. I was too scared to even tell my own family. I grew up it was hard. I didn't have the easiest childhood. I didn't have, parents that just took me to dance classes. You know, I didn't have all that. I see a lot of dancers and such, big name dancers, that honestly, their parents took them to dance class since they were barely old enough to walk, honestly. But me, I didn't have that. I didn't even know. I didn't even believe I could dance. I didn't even cross my mind. But I started making choreography as a kid, and I practiced it. Oh God, I practiced it so much. But never put it out there. I didn't have the courage. I didn't have the guts to actually perform it anywhere. So eventually I just, dancing fell by the wayside. I tried rapping, singing, kept trying to sing, was horrible. Rapping I eventually gave up on because it was too hard. And I don't know, for a very long time I didn't have that, how do I say it, the ability to see that there was a gift there. Till 2011, when I was 18, 18 and a half ish, 18 going on 19. I saw I was I was I saw this dance studio near where I lived at the time, and it was called Dance Masters, and I didn't ever I don't know what compelled me to do it. At the time, I didn't know what was compelling me to do it. It was like God was trying to just tell me, look, just go. And turned out it was ballroom dancing. Something I'd never done before. But I learned so fast. It was crazy how fast I was learning. Surprised even me. Especially it surprised me. But it got to a point to where a couple months in to taking lessons and such like that, there was a showcase at the mall. They were preparing for the dance showcase in the mall where I grew up. I ended up choreographing a foxtrot swing medley to Love by Nat King Cole with one of the owners of said dance studio. It's crazy. And I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. I'd never performed anything before, especially not dance. That was completely new to me. But when I was dancing, my whole performance was a 3-4 minute song. That whole 3 to 4 minutes, I could not stop grinning. I could not stop grinning. I was grinning like a goofball the whole time, and I didn't care. I loved it. I was having the time of my life. I felt alive. I didn't realize it at the time, but I felt alive. Like nothing else had done for me previously. Fast forward to 2012, 2013, I started karaoke. That helped me start getting, comfortable with performing in front of people, which I'm terrified, absolutely terrified. Shaking, like literally shaking. I was that scared. I was literally shaking. But I saw potential. Granted, I was garbage, but I saw potential there. I had two options. One, I could have been like, well, there's not much potential there. Screw it. I'm not going to take that risk. Or two, I can be like, there's potential. However slight it may be, there's potential there. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to run with it, and I'm going to work at it. Chose option number 2. I'm glad I did. Because in the years that followed, not only did my vocals improve, but my confidence improved. My courage improved. My boldness improved. My willingness to try new things improved. Drastically, in fact. The more I did it, the more things just started getting better and better. And I'd always loved singing. I'd always there was always that dream in the back of my mind to be a singer. Never thought I could actually do it, but there was always that dream. So I continue on. I do karaoke, and even to this day, I still get terrified. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Fast forward to, was it 20, I would say 2016, 2017-ish. I found out about this dance studio in LA called MDC. If you know it, you know it. Now, I started watching crazy amounts of videos from that. And I was hooked. I'm like, I started being like, wow, I really want to go to there. Like, I really want to go there. I had never been to LA. Never been to LA. But I wanted to go there so bad. Actually, no. Sorry. First time in LA is 2015. I had never actually been to MDC before. I went back to LA. I think it was for like the second or third time. I don't remember. A lot has happened, but 2017, I had my first dance class. I remember the teacher, I remember the song, and the artist. Had my first dance class at MDC. I have a video on Instagram, or I have a picture or two on Instagram about that experience, about how like surreal just being there out front of it was. But what I didn't realize is, first off, those classes are intense. Like, super intense. I can barely handle them. Honestly. But also, I didn't realize how much that first class there would create a snowball effect. I had no idea how much that would affect me in my dancing, how much that would snowball effect positively towards my dancing. But suddenly I started trying to learn choreographies from a couple of the teachers there. You know, I started going to more classes, started practicing on my own, working on hip hop dance like hardcore. Like, oh God, the amount of hours I have spent on just hip hop dance. That's not even including other dances. But just on hip hop dance alone, the amount of hours I have put into it is crazy. But I put in the work, and it got to the point to where I'd say 2018, 2019, I think, is when I really started getting more comfortable dancing out in public, in front of people, even if it is just on a sidewalk or whatever, or at the beach or whatever. But I would just go out and freestyle. And top of my life, it got to the point to where eventually it's like my brain just clicked. Something in my brain just clicked on. And suddenly, whenever I hear a song, choreography just swirls them around in my brain. Choreography, just all the time. Whenever I'm listening to music, I could be at work. I could literally be at work, working, on the job, and just suddenly song comes on and I'm suddenly just like choreography mode. There have been times when I've literally danced. There was this one time I danced in a Starbucks. No music was playing at all. I was waiting in line to order something. Literally, there was nothing. There was nothing playing. I didn't have my earbuds in. There was no music playing at all. I just started suddenly just dancing. Out of nowhere, just started dancing. And literally the cashier, when I got up to the cash register, the cashier was complimenting me. I'm like, like, thanks. Like, I don't. And it's to the point now to where now I have choreographies that I have developed. Some, like, that I have actually developed in my mind. That have actually, like, created choreography for full songs. Which is something that I never thought, I never imagined would be possible, considering how tough it is for me to learn other people's choreo. Developing my own, it's a lot easier. So it's wild to me, because it's like I went from being terrified, literally terrified, of even doing anything in front of people. Anything. To suddenly I'm making choreographies, posting them on YouTube, posting freestyle dance videos on YouTube. Holy crap, never thought I'd do that. Literally being on the sidewalk, dancing in front of a bunch of cars going by on a busy street. Things I never would have thought possible. Even 10 years ago. Even 10 years ago, I never would have imagined. Never would have imagined that would be a thing. Not even 10 years ago. Never would have thought I would be able, have the courage to do that. But you know, it made me realize just how far I've come. And how much this can be a testament for someone else. Anybody that feels like, oh, they can't. I used to say the same thing. You're too scared. You don't want people to judge you. Guess what? People are going to judge you regardless. Whether for good or bad, I don't know. But we live in a judgmental world. Nothing we can do about that. But what I want to be able to do, what I want to show people is that, look, yes, you're scared. Yes, people are going to judge you. Yes, it's not easy. Never is. Nothing worthwhile in life is easy. If it was, anybody could do it. But if you have that feeling inside you that you just need to dance or sing or rap or act or whatever, or write or draw or sculpt or paint or whatever, if you have that overwhelming just need to do that, and let's say, for example, okay, this is just an example. When you dance, if you feel alive. Just no matter what else is going on, mentally, physically, whatever, no matter what else is going on, if you start dancing and all of a sudden it's like all that just goes away. And all you feel is just life. That overwhelming feeling of life in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, in your soul. Well, then do it. If I can inspire even just one person, then I've done my job. Now I'm hoping to inspire way more, but if I can even just one person, just inspire one person, I will be so happy. Because that will be one more person that will end up having the courage and the boldness to step out and live and do something that truly is life-bringing to them. It doesn't matter what it is. You could be a freaking business analyst for all I care. I don't know. But whatever it is that brings you that life in everything, in your whole entire being, whatever brings you that, hold on to it. Work on it. Work at your craft. You have a talent for entrepreneurship? Great. But what are you going to do with it? A famous actor once said, talent you have naturally, but skill only comes with hours and hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. So you know what I say? Beat on that craft. Work on it. No matter what people think of you, work at it. Work at it. Work at it. And I'm telling you, it will work for you. Crazy, huh? Work at your craft, and it will work for you. It may take 6 months. It may take 6 years. It may take a lifetime. But you know what? As long as you are working on your craft, that talent, that just thing that just brings you life, if you work at that, work at it, hardcore, I'm telling you right now, you will never regret it a day in your life. You'll never regret it. You may sometimes regret not doing it sooner. I know I have. There have been times when I've regretted not doing it sooner. But you know what? I realized that I wasn't ready at that point. I wasn't mentally ready. I wasn't emotionally ready. Heck, even when I started, I wasn't necessarily ready. But I wanted it at that point. I actually wanted it. It wasn't just a spur of the moment thing. I actually wanted it at that point. And that's when I started putting in the work. If you don't truly want it, if you don't really want it with every fiber of your being, you're not going to put in the work. And until you have that desire to do it, you're not going to put in the work for it. But as soon as you truly, truly want it and have that desire for that, I'm telling you right now, you won't work harder at anything in your life. You will work harder with that than anything in your life. I guarantee it. Prime example. I've been in fast food for over 11 years. I've worked harder at dancing than at fast food. And I work harder. I work hella hard there. I work harder at dancing. I've worked harder at dancing over the last 3 years than I have at fast food in the last 11 and a half. Because I finally wanted it. I finally realized that this is what I'm meant to do. And it's not that's not all I do. Dancing isn't all I do. But it's the first thing. I also sing, I rap, I make instrumentals. Not with instruments, I produce instrumentals with an app. So I'm a singer, rapper, songwriter, producer, actor, author, photographer, sometimes videographer if I need to. But above all that, I'm a dancer. I'm a dancer above all that. So if I had to choose one of them, even just one of them, if I had to choose one of them, it would be dance. No questions asked. Dance. Because dance is the thing that truly brings me that just brings me life. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And without dance, it's like a living death. But it's another story for another time. So just find what brings you life. Have faith, have courage, have boldness. Get out there. Work on your craft. Eventually, show people what you're actually made of. Show people what you've been working on. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. Be yourself. And I'm telling you right now, you do all those things, it's not easy. But you do that, and honestly, you'll be truly living. You'll be truly living. Whether you make a bunch of money or not, that doesn't matter. Because you can't take that when you die. You can't take money with you when you die. Money means nothing. What matters is here. What matters is here. What matters is here. What matters is here. And if you know, you know. Here. Your being. Yourself. Who you are. But you have to know who you are. Or you have to find what brings you life. Sometimes that can help you find who you are. Keep at it. Don't give up. Don't. It's okay to be scared. But don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you. Anyway, guys, I think that's all for me today. Now, hope and pray that people that watch this, that there will be people that watch this that need this, that need what I'm saying, that need to hear the message that I'm bringing forth. But anyway, thank you guys. If you stayed through the whole video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And y'all have a blessed night.